Okay. Our training today went successfully, and a lot were learned. Let me do my assignments and at least talk about all I've learned today in game programming. All right, this is PictoBlock's interface. And I'm going into Python programming. From the Python programming interface, I don't need to be, so I have to delete it. I will go for a Beetle. All right. Then I also need a backdrop, which will be a maze. And my stage is ready for programming. All right. Step one, I can see that the Beetle is so big, so let me reduce the size with a command sprite.setSize. Let me work with 40. All right. Let me also rotate it so that it will be facing toward positive axis of angle 90. The positive axis of angle 90 is 0 degree. Why, if we want it to go like right arrow key, that will be 90 degree. Down arrow, that should be 180, and left arrow should be 270. So let me set it to point up, which will be 0 degree. So I will simply do sprite.set direction 0 degree. After setting the direction, let me equally reposition it to the beginning where I want it to be. So I will have to do sprite.go to XY. The x-axis, let me work with 150. Y, the y-axis, let me work with minus 160. All right, having done these 3 commands, let me see what the result looks like. Okay, that is okay, that is okay. You can see it has been resized and the direction has been set upward, and it has also been repositioned at XY axis, minus 150 on Y and minus 160. Then after this, I want to start monitoring the keyboard buttons. I can actually use any of the key, but let me just go with the arrow keys again. Up arrow, down arrow, left, and okay. For me to be monitoring 2 of the keyboard I'll be using to do this, I need a kind of an infinite loop. So let me go with this, which is an infinite loop. And let the monitoring begin with the up arrow key first. So sprite.is key pressed, which key? Up arrow. I think this should be arrow up. Sorry. Arrow up. All right, let's see. If that key is touched, let me set direction first, very important, so that it will face the right way while it's going up. And let me also move, try to move 5 steps per key pressed. Let me confirm that everything is going according to plan. Okay. I think it should be up arrow and not arrow up. Up arrow, up arrow. Let's see again. Yeah, up arrow, not arrow up. Sorry about that. Okay, I have to repeat that step for 3 other keys, which will be the right arrow, a down arrow. Okay, so instead of typing all over, let me simply copy it. Using if throughout will be good. You can't apply if else. The reason being that we want the 4 keys to be monitored the same time. So let me go with right. And of course, right is 90 degrees. And let me go with down. And down should be 180. And let me equally go with left arrow. And left arrow should be 270. So let me confirm that all my keys are going according to plan. Nice, 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 nice. The keys are going according to plan. Okay, so now that all my keys have been properly secured, it is time to play around the colors in the maze pattern. Like, it's obvious that this is a black color. So we want to tell it that once you touch black color, that means that the game should be reset, something like that. But it's a kind of feel. So you shouldn't, the rule is this black line should not be touched at all. It shouldn't be touched at all. So to get that done properly, we will now check if right dot is touching color. This touching color takes 2 parameters. What the sprite that is touching the color, and of course the color you want to reference. In our own case, there is only one sprite here, so we don't need to bother about defining the first parameter, which had been the sprite equation. So since we have only one sprite, there is no need trying to do anything. But if you don't put the second, bracket, the system will not work. So it should be there, even though you can leave it with a null value. Okay, so what should it do as soon as it touches? I will say, let it return to the beginning. So I can get that guy, copy paste this guy into V. Okay. Backspace. Tab. Correct. So once it touches any of the black line, let it reset. Okay. And again, it will also be nice if when it touches the apple, I want it when it touches the apple, you have the game should show that the game has been won. I want it that way. Whenever it touches the apple, the game is won. But each time it touches the black line, which it shouldn't touch, um, if you should touch it like 3 times, let the game be over. So I want to give my own the kind of life, like 3 lives. You can touch the line for like 3 times. Okay, but before then, let me write programs so that whenever it touches the arrow, the apple, sorry, sprite dot is touching. We can see that the apple color is red. So we'll initiate RGB red color, and that will be 255 to 55. So anytime it gets in touch with the red distance, let sprite dot say winner. Okay, let it show that for just 2 seconds. And as soon as this thing happens, of course, let it break out of the loop. Okay, so I want, whenever it touches this black line, let the life be reduced. So let me create a variable called life, and let me set it to 3. Now that the life has been created and it has been set to 3, what I will do here again is if life is greater than 1, if life is greater than 1, life should be decremented by 1. Okay. At the same time, let sprite tell us how many life is remaining. I think I should do it before the decrement so that so after the first field, sprite dot say live concatenate a string that will carry information. Let me go with 3 more lives or 1 more live, and let it just, okay. Now the problem with this program now is that it won't be able to print this because it's an integer value. You need it to be typecast to string value so that it will be able to put it in string value before you can now encode it. So when this thing, but if the value is not that, else, right, they'll say, so after decrementing to the last value, the game over can be activated. Okay, and after the game is over, let it equally break out of the loop. All right, so I do hope there are no error. So if it touches the black line, 3 more life. I think that should be 2 more life. Game over. All right, I can see 1 bug, and the bug should be this. Should come after the decrementing. Good. So let's see it again. So 1, 2 more life, 1 more life, game over. Correct. So let me see what happened if the game should be played conclusively to the end. Move fast, faster. It's time to go up. Okay, go that way. Let me get the game to end. All right. Good. 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 Winner. All right. So the sprites have been able to do precisely what we wanted to do. Um, um, from the program here, we use almost 8 functions. And at the end of it, everything worked according to plan. So thank you, Stempedia, for making me remember the way we used to program those days. So I'm particularly very happy that someone has put me back to what I love to do. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.